Introducing the 2019 Toyota Sequoia TRD Sport 4x4, a full-size truck-based SUV with 3 rows. It's a family hauler that was last redesigned for the 2008 model year, and it's still kicking. I'll take you inside in just a minute, but first, the powertrain under the hood is a 5.7-liter V8 mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 381 horses, 401 pound-feet of torque. It can tow around 7,000 pounds. Good thing, because the curb weight, nearly 6,000. And our fuel economy is 13 city, 17 highway. I'll show you what I've been getting this week in mixed driving. All right, we're in the car. So let's go ahead and start it up. And we have a key to start it up. I know, still a key. Old school thinking that works in today's world. Or does it? Gosh, where do I begin? There was a couple of comments below my Just Arrived video where they said, Toyota's motto should be, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, nothing's necessarily broke, but it could be fixed or at least updated. And one of the obvious things here is the instrument cluster and the infotainment screen. Still a 6.1-inch infotainment screen, and what I noticed right away is the fact that it's kind of far away. It's not centered where I feel like it should be right into this area, but it's shifted over to the right, almost more passenger-centric, as you see here. Whereas if you come over here, this vent could be relocated and this shifted over. Obviously, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know exactly why they have maintained this configuration. But from a driver's point of view, I've got to reach over if I want to touch the screen, change the audio, and so on. And there's only one USB port in 2019. Today's driver and passenger and family need multiple USB ports to charge their smart devices. Not that no one really had smart devices back in 2008, or did they? I can't remember, it's been so long, but when you have just one, that leaves a lot to be desired. I didn't mention this earlier, but TRD, if you don't know, stands for Toyota Racing Development. And speaking of racing, not that you would do any racing in this vehicle, but 0 to 60 under 7 seconds. We do have heated seats, no ventilated seats, but heated seats in this TRD Sport. What's kind of cool, which I've been discovering by looking around, is all the compartments, hidden compartments, and cubby holes and cup holders. For example, as you look down here, I've got my phone right there, but this lifts up. Not only that, you can pick up this spot here and utilize this space down here for compartments. You still have one cup holder, but I've kept it down here so I can have multiple cup holders. And I can put this back there. Now, here's something else. In the center armrest, there's a spot here in the middle. I can pull it out and have an oversized compartment, or I can put it back in here as a work truck. And they said remove for hanging files. So you put this there, you can put files in here, or just use it as one big space. Put your, for ladies, put your purses there, or whatever else you want to put in there. So 3 cup holders there. You can utilize space in the doors, and then this right here, which I can't reach, so I'll show you over here. Check this out. Compartment under here. Isn't that cool? So if you want to put your keys there, you could. And the door handle, it's not a pass-through, which is good, because sometimes you put your keys in here, it'll slide all the way through, and it doesn't in this case. All right, steering wheel mounted controls. I guess the usual suspects from the last decade. Buttons here for volume. The buttons here will navigate the instrument cluster, and this button right here is like a page turner. So right now I'm averaging 13 miles per gallon, and I have about 70 miles left on my tank. So I'm gonna go through and cycle in the middle. You have your music, car information. There's like a lane departure alert here, no messages. So I've got lane departure alert, that's LDA. This is pre-collision system, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. So I've got those safety features included with the Sequoia. Other than that, real basic, your tack on the left and speed on the right. So we have the TRD Sport Premium Package in our tester for an extra $3,800. With it, you get the 20-inch blacked out exterior rims. You've got the off-road shock absorbers and other performance enhancements. I do have one sunroof here. It does not go all the way back. And in the 2011 Sequoia, one of my first ever video reviews that I did, I'll put a link in the description below this, of my 2011 Sequoia video. I had a rear entertainment system in the back. There was like a dual rear entertainment system. We don't get that here with the TRD Sport, but God, just a little flashback. So, you know, real straightforward with this. It'd be kind of cool if they had a panoramic moonroof, but they don't. Maybe because the Sport package, I could use an update. That'd be kind of cool though, wouldn't it? One of the biggest selling points of the Sequoia is its spaciousness and its ability to be the ideal family hauler. It does have seating for 8. We have the 7-seat configuration, so we have captain's chairs here in the middle. So headroom and legroom is fantastic. Not only in the middle row, but also the back row, which I will show you here. So obviously, I'm 5'11". Look how much room I have between my knees and the back of the seat, and this is my position as a driver up front. There's plenty of blank handles all the way around, so hanging on to your off-road adventures shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. And I'm really impressed with, in addition to the headroom space, all the cup holders. I mean, you got a number of them up front. You got some here in the door panel. You've got climate controls in the center to heat up or cool down the passengers back here. When it comes to maneuverability in the middle and third row, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Obviously, you have a pass-through to access a third row, but I've been using the middle row for my infant car seat, and there's a lot of great adjustability. So if I want to slide the seat back or slide it forward, I can do that. And so when I was putting the car seat here, I'm able to get around and put the seat belt in there, no problem. It's got the latch system here to begin with, and I'm just really happy with how much space is in the middle. As I slide back here, it's like going into a bus. I'm still, as a full-size adult, I have plenty of room here behind this seat, as much as I do behind this passenger seat here. And if I want to bring along a basketball player, volleyball player, a tall swimmer like Michael Phelps, they're gonna have no problem just hanging out here in the middle. Now, here's something really cool about these seats. Let's say I wanna slide them forward because I wanna get out. Watch this. How cool is that? How cool is that? So, and that was all with my foot. So, one here, slide, one here, slide. Now there's some buttons here on the inside in front of the third row, same buttons you'll find on the back. So I'm going to show you the cargo volume and let you know about how you can retract and fold these seats down. Same button you'll see here as you'll see in the back. So let's go back there. Here's something that's kind of frustrating in 2019. No automatic liftgate. You got to do it manually. Well, you have a truck basically, don't you? So let's do it manually. Lift this up. So cargo volume, hey, I got some stuff here for props, is just under 19 cubic feet of volume behind this third row. So I'm gonna pull these out so you can see what that looks like. There's even some space here underneath, so if you wanna put some more stuff, you can do that. And here are the buttons over here that I showed you on the inside of the vehicle. These will fold these down, so I'll go ahead and do that now. With those flat, you're looking at 66.6 cubic feet of cargo volume. Now, I'm gonna fold down the middle row, and that will increase it to 120 cubic feet of volume. Clearly, one of the areas where the Sequoia shines is how cavernous it is on the inside, making up for some of the lack of updates, if you will. And when you're done, just push this down manually. You may be able to tell from your camera angle, I got the big guy in his car seat behind me. This is a surprisingly soft and comfortable ride. The suspension is really good on this big vehicle. And I have not gone off-road. I have no plans to go off-road because, I don't want to take any chances, don't need to. It's a Sequoia. It can handle just about anything. It's got 10 inches about of ground clearance. And with that V8 engine, and I do have the option of going four-wheel drive. I'm more curious than anything else on why there hasn't been an update on the graphics of the infotainment screen, for example. why there's only one USB port. Maybe it's an engineering thing that I don't know anything about. I do like the safety lane departure alert right there. I've got that on. I just went over the yellow line just a little bit and it let me know. The backup camera is not very awesome because the screen's so small. I can see a lot of positives with this vehicle when it comes to road trips because of the spaciousness for 7 adults, or if you had that bench seat in the middle, 8 adults. So you got an 8-passenger large SUV with plenty of cup holders and storage. And that's got to be something to brag about with the Sequoia. Oh, another thing with the infotainment system, you know, I plug my phone into it, my iPhone, and all I do really have as a source is my phone to play a podcast, which is fine, but no Apple CarPlay, which probably means no Android Auto. So, I don't know, they're so ready. The public is so ready for an update. And once that happens, I think this is going to be put back on the map and back in the automotive consciousness of consumers everywhere. Just make it happen, Toyota. Make it happen. I'm pulling for you. Yes, this vehicle is long overdue for an update from front to back, top to bottom, inside and out. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see that because it's what they call long in the tooth, a dinosaur of sorts, maybe a senior citizen, maybe past its prime, whatever you want to say. It could use a few enhancements, things to bring it up to speed. I don't know. Maybe it's not broke, so don't fix it. People are still buying it, maybe not in the numbers they used to. This vehicle is, after all, about $60,000, and gas is not one of its strong points, but spaciousness on the inside is, and you can drive this thing until the cows come home, and maybe the cows left in 2008 and haven't come home yet, and people are still driving it. After all, it is a Toyota, so you're going to be able to put lots of miles on it. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Adios.